Hello guys, this is going to be a complete guide on Beatrix in Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. I usually make short guides that explains only the very basics to start playing your favorite character as fast as possible, but Beatrix is complicated enough that I even had to make an intro. By the end of this video you will know how her complete rotation works, her best weapons, sigils, masteries and so on. Beatrix's whole mechanic revolves around this clock. You press the button once and you swap around 3 different buffs. The only one that is worth mentioning is the orange one that will give us damage. After every combo finisher, a purple gauge will start to filling up this clock. Once you have used enough combo finisher attacks and the gauge is full, you can hold Delta Clock button and Beatrix will enter her Super Saiyan form. In this form you will be able to cast Power Finisher after every combo finisher. This is how it looks. And the whole idea is to trigger as many power finishers as possible while you are in this form. Now let's go back for a second. There are 3 ways to trigger a combo finisher and fill up the Delta Clock gauge. The first one is of course by using her combo attacks. The last attacks that have this icon designate the attacks that will fill up your Delta Clock. The second way that we are going to use the most is by using an ability. After every ability you will be able to follow up with a combo finisher. And lastly, if you proc the Link attack, you can then follow up with a combo finisher as well. As you progress through the main story, you will unlock the Master Traits. Here you can select between 3 different playstyles, but to continue with the advanced combo that I will show you in a moment, you will have to reach Master Trait level 30. Here we have the essence on the clock. Spending enough points on that tree will unlock a second passive that will allow us to enter Super Saiyan form without having to stop and hold the Delta Clock button. Let's just see it in practice. So what we want to do is to first cast one finisher move on every Delta Clock buff, and for maximum damage we want to start with the green buff. You will understand why in a second. So my first move is to press the Delta Clock once to swap into the green buff, then quickly pressing one of my abilities and follow up with my first combo finisher. Then I use dodge, and the moment I land I press the Delta Clock again for a quick swap into the next buff. It happens very quickly, but the moment I swap to the next buff I also press the Link attack which cancels its animation, and again I use another combo finisher. And finally, to proc the last buff I do one more dodge, I press Delta Clock and very quickly I use one ability and finish it off with the combo finisher. Now, as you can see, we need a bit more to fill up our gauge, so naturally we will use another ability, only this time we know that we will enter the next form after the combo finisher, so I want you to be ready to press heavy attack again for the power finisher. Let's say it one more time slowly, and by the way, this is why we are starting from the green buff, so that we can end up on the damage buff and then we stay here. So at this point we have entered the Super Saiyan form, and what we actually want to do now is to use 3 power finishers as quickly as possibly, optimally while we are on the damage buff, so try not to swap it by mistake. Again, to cast a combo finisher fast we will just need to use abilities, and then we will spam the combo finisher button. After using 3 power finishers, Beatrix's clock will turn gold, and now we've entered her final form where she can spam her power finisher combo, so from now on all we need to do is to just spam heavy attack. And that's the entire logic behind her so hard rotation. We want to enter her first form and fill up the purple gates as quickly as possible, and then while the second form is active we want to use 3 power finishers as quickly as possible in order to stay on the golden clock for as long as possible. Now the rotation you see in practice mode is just a demonstration on how things we wanna go if a target is standing still. Of course in real-time scenarios you won't have that privilege, but the concept behind her rotation remains the same. This is a full minute rotation in practice mode. I will leave it whole in case you wanna see it, or you can just skip to the next section. Let me show you the entire rotation in slow motion one last time. We start by swapping to the green buff in order for the last buff that we will activate to be the damage buff. Quickly use an ability and then a combo finisher. The green buff is enabled. Then quickly dodge and use Delta Clock to swap to the second buff. Very quickly, almost at the same time, Link attack and then again combo finisher. The second buff is active as well. And now quickly dodge again and Delta Clock. Another ability very fast to cancel the Delta Clock animation and one more combo finisher. And the easy part will start now. We just use an ability and then combo finisher plus the power finisher. Another ability and another combo finisher plus a power finisher. And finally one last ability into a combo finisher and then the final power finisher. Entering the golden clock and spamming the power finishers. If I don't have abilities ready, I like to use the 4 normal attacks into 1 heavy attack for the finisher combo. That is up to you, that is what I prefer. And that's pretty much it for her rotation. Let's have a look on her build and masteries and you will be good to go. For our sigils, we basically need everything that gives us damage cap. That includes the 65 levels on the regular damage cap, 15 levels of Celestial Lumen, 15 levels on Celestial Terra, but this one will make you less tanky, so it is up to you. Fate Breaker, that works only on Fate Breaker difficulty. If you are here too early, you will have to progress into the main story to unlock the new difficulty. War Elemental, of course, supplementary damage, and then maybe Berserker Echo and Spartan Echo. Beware for Spartan Echo, you will need 8000 HP or more in order for it to work. Alpha, Beta and Gamma are all very good stats to have, and her unique sigils, Ultramarines Adversity and Warpath will also give you a good boost. Finally, most of my damage is coming from the weapon that gives me Unbound Master level 55 and Catastrophe Nova level 35. I'm using the best weapon in the game, but in order to acquire it, you will need to kill the very last boss of the game. My recommendation is to not rush it, since the Endless Ragnarok DLC is huge. I'm just mentioning it so that you will know where all this damage is coming from. Speaking of hidden damage sources, we have our summons. Summons again will become available to you while progressing through the main story, and what we are looking for are summons with good passive abilities. For example, this one will give me the War Elemental and 100% damage cap to Skybound Art, which is useless, but if you have better luck you can get quite good summons, and you can have 4 of them. For my mastery traits, again I will give you a heads up, in order to reach the maximum level it will take insane amounts of grind, so take it slowly, but if you want to have a look on the final form, this is what I use. And that's pretty much it. I believe the rest of it you can figure it out on your own. The goal of this video anyways was to showcase the rotation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and some positive feedback. Thank you all for watching, have fun playing and see you on the next one.